It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. By the time this broadcast is on live, I will be somewhere along Interstate 10. I don't know exactly where yet. Actually, I'm taping this early in the morning in Tallahassee, and I will be on my way and then stop somewhere to do the show itself at 11. So I'll be somewhere along I-10 toward the Panhandle. Might even be in the Panhandle by then. We'll see. So, welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this Monday morning. And today, folks, is National Common Courtesy Day. You know, it doesn't hurt at all to say thank you and please and all those niceties. How about just a good morning to somebody with a nice smile on your face? Just a good day to everybody to practice on those little nice little common courtesies. So that's what today is. All right, cruise ship sailing from North American ports today. In Jacksonville, we have the Carnival Spirit, Port Canaveral, Independence of the Seas, the Disney Dream, and Carnival Freedom. West Palm Beach, the Grand Classica, or you can also now call it Margaritaville at Sea. It's not official yet, but it's getting within days now of that being official. Port Everglades, you've got the Celebrity Millennium getting underway. Miami, Freedom of the Seas, Norwegian Sky, Carnival Conquest, Carnival Sunrise. Tampa has Carnival Paradise, New Orleans Carnival Valor, and out in Long Beach in Los Angeles, the Carnival Radiance gets underway. Headlines today, of course, breaking news this morning. You probably all now have heard it by television news, but a Boeing jet down in China, Carnival efforts at Ukraine relief, construction of Jubilee underway, CDC relaxes some more protocols, Proud of America to cut services on the first couple cruises. Hope that doesn't affect Hot Air Tom. P&O sacking confusion. Formula One partners with MSC. Costa offers a ship for refugees. Shanghai Disneyland temporarily closed, and a whole lot more here live at 11 o'clock. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your regular podcasts like iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Stitcher, Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the major players. All you have to do is search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. And as always, most days I post some pictures or clips from my cruises or from folks that are on cruises. So you can always get the description for the video feed down in the description of your podcast. A couple little personal words before I move on. I had issues getting off of the ship yesterday. Some of you might have heard the Cruise Amigos before the battery went on the computer. I was doing it from a McDonald's down the road somewhere in Florida. My computer went dead about halfway through the show. And then I couldn't get back on my phone. There's something, I don't know if it was something amiss on my phone or on StreamYard, which we do the broadcast on. But it would not let me access. I was getting some messages about security codes, something weird I've never seen before. So anyway, I couldn't get back on. Then I understand later that Amigo Martin couldn't get on for the same reason. So there must have been a glitch somewhere in the system yesterday. But at any rate, if you were not on the Cruise Amigos, when I disembarked yesterday, I think everybody now has heard the story of the embarkation disaster with the Port Canaveral people. Now, this was not with MSC, folks. Even though those people have MSC uniforms and MSC badges on, those are still Port Canaveral people. The MSC folks were quite helpful in trying to at least provide me with information and trying to get information to the right people. Unfortunately, that clearly has fallen on deaf ears, because as I was disembarking yesterday in a wheelchair, being pushed in a wheelchair, we got through the security, got my luggage, all that was done easily. And about 40 yards from, roughly 40, I didn't step it off, but 40 yards from where the shuttle from the hotel was to pick me up, the gentleman says, "This is as far as I can go." I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "We're not allowed to go any further than right here." I said, "Well, how am I supposed to get over there where they pick up passengers?" "Well, I don't know, but I can't go any further." I said, "I'm not getting out of this damn wheelchair, pal. You're taking me over there. I am supposed to have wheelchair service to the curb. That's to the curb over there, not here in the middle of the sidewalk." "Well, sorry, sir, but I can't do that." I said, "Well, then get on the phone, get your boss, get somebody, because I'm not getting out of this damn wheelchair until I'm taken over there where I can get access to the shuttle that's taking me to the hotel to get my car." So he said, "Well, I'll have to go find my boss." I said, "Good, go find him. Get his boss too. Bring him on." So I sat there for about 5 minutes, and the porter that was taking my luggage, he said, "I can't believe these damn people." He said, "That is absolutely ridiculous." Well, sorry, I hate to be this way. I hate to hold you up. But I said, I am not going to go through this again. The guy came back in about 10 minutes. He said, "I can't find anybody." He says, "I'm just going to take you over there. If I get in trouble, that's the way it is." I said, "Well, good, get in trouble, because you're taking me over there." And he did. He pushed me over there. They found a chair. I had to get out of the wheelchair and into another chair. But that was at least okay. At least I was within, 10 feet of where the van could pick me up. So we have not gotten to the end of this episode. What I've been advised to do, number one, probably tomorrow, I don't have a schedule as to how much driving I need to do. So I may stay tonight an extra day, possibly in Slidell, Louisiana. I'll have to see when I get there tonight. But at any rate, I need to write the whole thing down and get it posted. So that will be a blog post specifically on the embarkation and debarkation debacle at Port Canaveral. And my advice of someone that is mobility challenged or handicapped, go to a cruise someplace besides Port Canaveral, because right now you do not want to try to get on a ship there, especially if you're solo. At any rate, I need to get that written and published. I have been in touch with my ADA folks that I'm close with. They are advising me on how to proceed now on this. There will be contact will be made with the management of the Port Canaveral port facility there where the MSC ship was, and give them the opportunity to do the right thing before we go on to legal matters, which we are going to do if necessary. So that's just what's ahead about the Port Canaveral. All right, I'll be back with some news right after this break from one of our network sponsors. And on with today's news. Breaking news this morning, you've probably already seen it now by via network television, but a Boeing 737-800 belonging to China Eastern Airlines carrying 132 people has crashed in southern China. The country's Civil Aviation Administration has confirmed this. There's no immediate word on fatalities or, of course, any injuries. Flight tracking data provided by FlightTrader24.com shows flight MU5735 entered a steep dive from its cruising altitude of 30,000 feet, vertical speed of 31,000 feet per minute, just prior to impact in China's Guangxi province. Video from the scene shows a massive fire. Carnival Corporation has announced that Mickey and Madeline Arison Family Foundation has pledged $3 million in donations to organizations providing medical and humanitarian aid to Ukrainian refugees displaced or forced to flee abroad. And on with today's news. Breaking news this morning. Carnival Cruise Line celebrated the first piece of steel being cut on the new mega ship that will debut next year, the Carnival Jubilee. Carnival Jubilee will be Carnival Cruise Line's third XL class ship. The cruise ship will debut in November 2023 and sell cruises to the Caribbean from Galveston, Texas. This is the first ship Meyer Werft is building for Carnival Cruise Line, and the first time a ship design has been transferred from Meyer Turku to Meyer Werft, which shows the flexibility of the company, so said Jan Meyer, Meyer Werft's managing director. The U.S. CDC has modified its COVID-19 program for cruise ships operating in U.S. waters once again. The changes made are more relaxed as the cruise industry is sailing safely with fewer cases on board. One of the most significant changes is that guests can now take part in onboard experiences. Depending on the cruise line, this may include activities and events such as cooking classes, bridge tours, and competitions where guests interact. For guests that are highly vaccinated and vaccination standard of excellence ships, classified sailings, physical distancing during shore excursions, and transportation is now recommended. Previously, this was a requirement. Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean have also recently relaxed rules for unvaccinated guests regarding shore excursions. Another change is that quarantine guidance for close contacts can be identified within 36 hours before disembarking. The CDC is gradually reducing its strict requirements for cruise ships, and the cruise lines are also relaxing their protocols. We've already recently seen redecided face mask rules on board, the removal of Carnival's bubble tours, and Norwegian Cruise Line allowing unvaccinated guests under the age of 12 to sail. Excuse me. I will say on a personal note, having just gotten off an MSC ship, and it was an MSC ship that was over 3,000 people on the first 4 days, and then just under 3,000 people, about 2,600 on the second 4 days, with a lot of kids. 800 or so kids on the first 4, and then 645, I believe it was, on the last 3. Those kids, of course, were mostly unvaccinated. And it was very relaxed as far as masking goes. There was no staff reminding you to put your mask on, so it was pretty much up to the passengers. I was pretty careful about keeping my mask on indoors, simply for my protection this time, because there were so many kids on board. If with that many kids unvaccinated running around without a mask, if I don't get sick from that, I'm probably not going to get sick. And that would tell me that my 2 boosters are working. And sorry that I cut you off with a story about Garrison and giving away the three answers about millions going to World Central Kitchen, Direct Relief, and UNICEF. In addition, Carnival Corporation's name and Carnival Cruise Line $1,000 donation to World Central Kitchen in honor of its employees and crew members from the Ukraine. And in Europe, Costa Group, which includes Costa Cruises and AIDA Cruise brand, was able to donate medical supplies and medicine to support the treatment of injuries and common diseases in Ukraine. Sorry, that was itchy finger. Proud of America, the only mainstream large cruise ship sailing under the U.S. flag and operated by Norwegian Cruise Line, will restart operations in April, finally. The vessel will sail 7-day cruises out of Honolulu year-round. She's the only ship to do so without having to spend numerous days at sea because she is registered in the United States. Guests sailing on the first couple cruises will be missing out. However, Proud of America will be operating at lower capacities than usual during the initial startup period. This has prompted Norwegian to lower the number of crew on board, resulting in limited dining options. Maderno, Churrascaria, and Teppanyaki will be closed until further notice, and the Skyline main dining room will be closed for breakfast and lunch. Hope that doesn't affect some of you folks, like Hot Air Tom, for instance. Norwegian Cruise Line also confirmed that the Norwegian Joy suffered from propulsion issues, that's asopods, that impacted its cruising speed. As a result, the scheduled call in Cozumel last week was missed. A couple little personal words before I move on. I had issues getting off of the ship. What's this thing doing to me? Okay, sorry about that, folks. I'm not sure why it's jumping around. So we got halfway through another story. The one story that it was bleeping out on the change of canceling some dining venues. I'm not sure. I didn't hear it, but that's on Pride of America when it finally starts sailing in the next couple of weeks. They're going to shut down several of the restaurants until further notice. Maderno and Teppanyaki will be closed. Skyline main dining room will be closed for breakfast and lunch. Not sure how long that's going to last. And the part that it seemed like it cut out on was Norwegian also confirmed that the Joy with some propulsion issues that impacted its cruising speed. As a result, the call in Cozumel last week was canceled. Instead, the ship went straight to Miami, where they did repairs, and they got it fixed. Because this morning when I checked, it's off for your Earthan. So, and while it was in port in Miami, asopods. That's pretty cool. Last week, the P&O Ferry suddenly sacked 800 workers. Staff was informed it was their final day of employment. In a video message from the ferry operator, the ferry line said that the business was not viable and had to make a difficult decision. The sudden sacking has caused people to think that was P&O Cruises. But the cruise line is an entirely different company. Interestingly enough, they were arresting people that worked for P&O Cruises to get them off the dock so they could rehire cheaper labor. Amazing. Formula One has announced it's delighted to welcome MSC Cruises as a global partner for the upcoming 2022 season. The multi-year deal, which began at the Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2022, will see Swiss-based MSC Cruises become the official cruise partner of Formula One. MSC Cruises and Formula One are collaborating to bring some MSC ships portside during select Grand Prix weekends, enabling MSC Cruises' impressive fleet to complement the high-end experience of Formula One and drive global visibility for its brand. And finally, in the news this morning, Shanghai Disneyland will close starting today amid a surge of COVID infections in that region. And an announcement posted on its website yesterday, Shanghai Disney Resort announced its parks, including Shanghai Disneyland, Disney Town, and Wishing Star Park, will temporarily close today due to the current pandemic situation. And no telling how long that will last. So, all right, that's the news. Again, my apologies for the couple cutouts in there. One of them was my itchy finger, and I'm not sure what caused the other one. So let's go see if anybody's fussing at me this morning. You could hear me and all that kind of stuff. Hi there, Tom's with us. Carol's with us. Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. Amy's here. I love the idea of Common Courtesy Day. Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat too. You tell them, Chillie. Yeah, well, there's jackasses in Port Canaveral. Nikki's with us. Hi, Nikki. Happy second day of spring. Yeah, yesterday was the first day of spring. I did forget to mention that. Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. I'm soon to be into Mississippi. By the way, folks, I am officially in Marianna, Florida. It's about, I'm guessing, halfway between Tallahassee and Pensacola. And once again, I'm sitting at a McDonald's. And once again, I'm sitting in the car because moving all this crap in and out is a pain in the. But anyway, so if I hadn't had an itchy finger, the show would have gone fairly smooth today. Gretchen's with us. Hi, Gretchen. Amy says, I think you need to contact the news outlet in Port Canaveral area with your story. Nothing gets them to change quicker than bad publicity. Good point. Yes. Again, as soon as I can get in a position to do that where I'm not driving, take a full day in a motel. So I'll see tonight if I can keep the room a second night. And no, hot air, I'm not going to put that on your bill. I'll take care of that myself. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do just that, Amy. That's a good idea. Kenneth's with us. Hi, Kenneth. Good to have you here. The news was so good we got it twice. Yeah, sorry about that. That's, one of the problems in doing this in the car where I'm trying to balance the computer on one knee, use the mouse on my other leg, and things get clicked. At least I'm staying away from the on-off button. I learned that the hard way yesterday. We don't cruise Private America till November 26th, so plenty of time to get those venues open. Okay. I knew you were on it several times, and so glad that's out of the way. Emily says, from the car. Yes, I am. Cruising is fun anytime. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, cruising. Glad to have you. You have quite a car, Chillie, and it's a Subaru. The hell is it? Outback. Subaru. Yeah. No, Subaru Forester. Subaru Forester. Katie's with us. Hi, Katie. Went through your town yesterday. I drove over and on that damn toll road. Good Lord. I don't know, it cost me what, $8-9 or something? It seemed like they were hitting me up for, a couple bucks about every half a mile. So, and then the GPS took me from over to Orlando and up 75 to 10, and then across 10 all the way now forever, seems. Definitely today. I'll be staying at Slidell tonight. Then I'll see once I get taking a day there and writing for the day. You should have stayed in Port Canaveral to watch the escape closely to see if any repairs are underway. Yeah, well, had too much to do here, hot air. I was checking with PTZ TV webcam earlier on escape. Couldn't quite see what was taking place next to the ship's starboard side. Sonny says, I didn't get to go on Anthem of the Seas yesterday. I fell and messed up a knee. I have to stay off for a couple weeks. Oh man, that sucks. Sorry about that, Sonny. There says Emily, down south, McDonald's serves gator and armadillo burgers. The gator's not bad. Tastes a little bit like chicken. The armadillo burgers are kind of tough, though. They're wicked. Something tells me Emily doesn't believe that for some reason. I can't imagine that. That's my car dinging. What's it dinging about? Oh, I'm getting email messages. Oh, well, we're not worrying about that for a while. Sometimes grits and definitely biscuits and gravy. Yeah. As a matter of fact, at dinner last night, I went to a restaurant there next to the hotel because they're not open at night. So I just rode my scooter over to it was kind of a diner kind of place that served breakfast 24 hours a day. So I said, well, let's just do a nice omelet. But I did order an omelet without the grits. I'm not a grits fan. But it had some gravy that was put on the omelet, and it was enough. It called it a 3-egg omelet. I'm honest to goodness, it was about a 12-egg omelet. I've never seen an omelet that big. Hot Air says you should stop and take a picture of the first mile marker when you enter Texas. It's a doozy. Okay. If I can get pulled over where I can stop. It's okay, Tom Royal Caribbean let me cancel. Got all the money back except the original cost of the cruise and got a future cruise for that. That's good. And of course, everybody's sorry to hear about Sonny and the knee business now. You guys are serious about the armadillo burgers? Of course we're serious. They're terrible. Don't buy them. And the gator burgers, it tastes like chicken. And if you buy that, and I've got some land in Florida, I'd love to sell you. Swamp, good swampland, good for building. Oh no, they really are. Emily, Elizabeth, I feel the big one coming. Emily, don't believe anything that Hot Air Tom and I say. You should know that by now. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up. I got to get the podcast posted and then head on down I-10. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I'm traveling on my way to Galveston, where I'm going to sail for 9 days on Adventure of the Seas next part of my adventure. But we do this every day at 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Travel and cruise industry news. Join us anytime. For now, y'all, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully we'll all see everybody on a ship real soon. Later, y'all. I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.